Hello, everybody, and welcome to this extraordinary event by NeoLife. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Roberto Liberio, and I'm the Director of Product Management for NeoLife Europe. Today, as you can see, I'm not alone. I have here with me, even if virtually, four fantastic athletes, four champions that are going to share with us their inspiring stories and their personal experience with our products, with the NeoLife products. So I'm looking forward to listening from them. So let's get started. So great start. Let's give our special welcome to Nikolina Šustic from Croatia, Sami Jauhojärvi from Finland, and from Estonia, Marco Albert, and from Italy, Ayrton Badovini. So nice to have you here, guys. I know, well, we all know you achieved a lot of victories and titles in your career. And I want to start with a very simple question. What is the most important victory in your career? I would love to start with Nikolina first. Nikolina, you have to know she's our ultra marathon runner. She participates in several marathons throughout the year. Of course, last year you couldn't participate in several marathons and races because of the pandemic. But you usually run 25, 30 competitions every year. She also runs not only marathons, she also runs mountain races, and she loves 100 kilometers ultra marathons. And we all know she's the current 100 kilometers world champion. So Nikolina, what's your most important victory?
Yeah, it's a bit difficult to answer this question, as I really like all my races, no matter which place I was. But perhaps the most important victory for me was at the World Championship, the last World Championship at 100K Road Ultra Marathon. Yeah, and I hope to defend this title also for the next World Championship.
I'm sure you will do it. So welcome again, Nikolina. Let's move to Sami. Sami is our cross-country skier. So he is one of the most experienced skier on the Finnish team. And he participated in several competitions, including the Olympic Games in 2006, 2010, and 2014. You know, in 2014, he and his teammate, Livo, well, I don't know the Finnish is pretty difficult.
Niskanen.
That's what you said, okay. I have it, Livo Niskanen, okay, great. They won together the men's team cross-country spring into the gold medal at the Sochi Olympic Games in 2014. So we have a gold medalist, an Olympic gold medalist at least here tonight with us. So Sami, what about your most important victory, if you have a favorite one?
I have several good ones, but the favorite one for sure is the Olympic gold medal from Sochi, for sure. Okay, it's the most honored thing for an athlete to receive a gold medal on the neck.
So this was a pretty easy question for you, because when you win a gold medal at the Olympics, that's the most important victory in your career for sure. So thank you, Sami. Let's go to Estonia, meeting Marco Albert. He's they're all ours, at least tonight, our triathlete. Well, he participated in several competitions, including, well, the triathlete Ironman championships, and he holds the current Estonian Ironman distance time record, as far as I know. And he participated in several championships, as I said, Ironman championships, and he won the 30th anniversary Ironman New Zealand. I hope I'm right.
Yes.
And,
You're right about the win. Although the younger generation has passed me on my time, so I've lost my lead time. I'm now bumped into second place.
Okay, but, sorry for that.
No, the records are there to be broken. Yeah, and the younger guys should be faster than the old dogs.
Okay, good.
So
it's reality.
yes,
what's your favorite victory? Yeah.
I think that you already mentioned the 30th anniversary of Ironman New Zealand. It was a pretty special one, and I just have a really personal memory with it, because when we sign up for those races, we need to fill in a lot of things, and one of the things I had to fill in was what would be the music that you would like to finish at. And I signed up for it probably in January, maybe December. I can't remember when. And I had put down Tina Turner's Simply the Best. And I forgot totally about it until I reached the finish line. So this song and this event and this everything is just burned in my memory now. And yes, it's my only Ironman win, but I'm really happy that it came in New Zealand, which is really competitive in that sort of distance and that sort of event. And to beat the Kiwis at their own territory was just really sweet.
Great. And good to know that you chose a very beautiful song by Tina Turner. Would you like to sing
Yes.
it?
No, thank you. But I heard you sing before. Then I'll let you sing.
I sang
for
before
both
just
of
for
us.
you. For you guys. No, no. Okay.
Okay.
So thank you, Sami. And let's talk to our motorcycle racer, Ayrton Badovini from Italy. You know, he participated in several competitions in Superbike, the Italian Championship, as well as the World Championship in Superbike, and also the Supersport World Championship. And he won in 2010, first place at the FIM Superbike 1000 Cup. So what's your favorite, what's the competition you will never forget?
Hi to everybody. But for sure, I can't forget when I won the championship, but the most important for me was the first race that I won, because he arrived after a long time, after a long difficult, and I can't imagine that incredible sensation that I believe in that moment. I remember the first race in 2006.
Okay, so someone says that you never forget your first love, so you will never forget your first competition you participated in. That's good to know. So let's go to and ask, well, I know your stories. I've read about you. I had the chance to talk with you. And one of the stories I really like is Nicolina's one. I know her from, well, since a long time ago, actually. And I know your story, and I find it really, well, good if you can share it with all of us, because it's a very nice story. How did you begin in sports?
Okay, my first sport was not athletics, it was basketball. That's why I was playing together with my sisters, my twin sister. And the older one, she's 10 years older than me. So she was the first who showed us all the beauty and excitement of the sport. And actually, I started with the running maybe a bit late, on the last year of the university. And perhaps somebody would say that it was too late, but I like to say that it's never late for anything in life if you have a will and you go by heart. And I have to say that running has become like a fairy tale of my life. And my first race was with my twin sister. It was a half marathon in our town, and we won it together hand in hand. And actually, at that time, we were still playing basketball, so it was unplanned, and we just wanted to try this feeling of running more than 20K. But we won it, and after that, everybody in Croatia started to talk about two twin sisters that started with running that won this half marathon.
That's a nice story. I like the part where you say that you won with your twin sister hand in hand.
Yes, yes.
Passing the finish line. That's really amazing. So Nicolina, then one day you met NeoLife.
Yes.
How did it happen?
It happened in 2016. My best friend, who is running long mountain races, it's trail running. He had a lot of problems with cramps and with excessive sweating, and actually in his case there was a big imbalance of vitamins and minerals, and he tried different supplements and integrators from different brands, and nothing actually satisfied him. And only when he started to use NeoLife products, he started to feel much better, and he improved also his results. And he advised me to try NeoLife products. As I have to say that I was always a bit stubborn, and I was not a believer in regard of sports supplements. I always thought that it was some kind of chemical thing and not very good for health generally. But NeoLife showed me completely different, and from the time I started to use those products, I started to feel much better. Before NeoLife, I was feeling very often tired and sleepy, and then I had a lot of problems with injuries, and I had a lot of fluctuations in my results. But from the time I started the collaboration with NeoLife, I have always had long periods with constantly good runs on a high level and with no injuries.
So great that you joined the NeoLife family in 2016.
Yeah.
I want to ask Marco about his beginnings. Well, about his beginnings in sports, and because I know something about your father and your mother not willing to have you.
Yes. In one way, I have it's a boring story. There's no twists and turns, and I've always been immersed in sports since young age. My dad was a cross-country skiing coach, but my mother refused to put another man in the forest. So she said, "You got to start swimming." So that's where I went. But as a swimmer, I was national level, but never would have been able to compete at Olympic level. So that was my start to triathlon when I finished secondary school. So studied university and then started triathlon.
And then how did you meet NeoLife?
It's a funny story. I was invited by one of the sellers of NeoLife to the event, which was like the regular new NeoLife sales events. And part of it was also a guy from Sweden, which at that time ran a new novelty thing called Sports Team. And during that presentation, we were encouraged to sign up as new people in the circuit. I also brought my wife there. It was 2000 and I believe it was 2007 or 8 December. And then my wife won the package as a participant, and I ate that package. And and also with the event, I got to meet people around who put on the first athletes as a NeoLife sponsored athletes. Unfortunately, right at the time when I finished going through that pack, I got offered a chance to be a NeoLife athlete, and I've been NeoLife athletes ever since. I've done a lot of things, and I felt valued by NeoLife, which is not a thing that you find in every sponsorship. So being appreciated as an athlete is something I really love with our relationship.
Great. We're happy you're happy, because if you're happy, we're happy, and it's a global happiness happening.
Cool.
So Ayrton, can you tell us, how did you meet NeoLife?
Mi senti?
See.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, for me was incredible because we were in Imola during the Superbike World Championship, and I meet this incredible guy. That name was Carlo. Is your non so come si dice, ambassadore o
The ambassador is a distributor.
A distributor, sorry. And give me the Bioton to try. For me, it was incredible because normally after the race, I feel always really finished. And since when I start to use the Bioton, that Sunday was incredible because I feel really, really better. And this is for me the incredible meet with NeoLife. Okay. From that moment, since that moment, I started to meet NeoLife, all the product, and
so which, as far as I can understand, you started by using the products, of course, as you all do, you athletes did. And which products, it would be interesting to know which products you started using, and which benefits you experienced and you are still experiencing today.
For me, the most important is the Bioton, because after the race, after the session, and during the race weekend, day by day, it's always been difficult for me to recover full energy. And with the Bioton, everything is changed. For me, it was normal take paracetamol and take antinfiammatori, non so come si dice, no flame, during the weekend. And since when I start with Bioton, I stopped to use all of this bad product, and start to getting better, because race by race, I feel me always better, and then I don't know why, but it's incredible.
So I know you're using other products as well, but
yes.
You fell in love with Bioton, definitely.
Yes, sure. No, Bioton is the most important for me, but I use really maybe every day during the training and during the weekend race.
Great, good to know. Which this is a question I want to ask to all of you. So Sami, which products are you using and which benefits are you receiving from the products?
Well, during my athlete career, I used a big variety of products, which I'm still using. And of course, NeoLife Shake is absolutely my favorite nowadays. Before NeoLife Shake, or before GR2, as it started, I used to have as my favorite product this weaker oil. Always when I had some symptoms in my nose, I just eat a bit I bite a bit from the one capsule and dropped some drops on my nose, and it helped quite often. But this shake, which I used to have every morning during the breakfast, just to maintain or to get the optimum energy level and to get some protein to absorb in my body already during the training. And then the second one mixed with the NutriShake I had after the first training session of the day. And then after the afternoon's training, I used to have the third NutriShake of the day. Oh no, the NeoLife Shake mixed with NutriShake. So I was having at least 4 to 5 shakes a day. Wow,
that's impressive.
Just to
and I know you're using other products as well.
For sure.
Like acidophilus.
These capsules also. Formula 4, to have all the minerals and vitamins I need for my consumption of energy. Then carotenoid complex to boost my immune system omega-3 salmon oil, just to have this good omega-3s in my body, 3 in N, to have fatty acids, which are necessary for endurance athletes. And
plenty of them.
Already mentioned Kalmak.
Okay.
Not to get the cramps, because the longest trainings I did was 3 times a week. I did a 5-hour training, and everybody can guess how much I sweat during the training in summertime. How much do I lose energy and all the things in my body? So that's quite a lot. And sometimes in the trainings, especially with these long trainings, I used to have these NeoLife bars to not to get too hungry. And if the training was like that, I was running 3 hours and then doing 2 hours of roller skiing after that. So during the switch, I also used to have one Nutri-Shake. So that could have been up to 6 shakes a day. And I was eating like a horse, but still that was not enough.
I can imagine. Yeah. But you burned a lot of calories. Of course, you needed to eat and burn a lot of nutrients.
For sure. A normal day for me was 5,000 to 6,000 kilocalories.
Impressive. I understand. Marco, the same question to you. Which products are you? Yeah.
Pretty much the same. Less shakes though. I could only eat 2. I could never go further than 2. But I mainly liked it either after my training session or in the evening before I went to bed. It's just everybody is different and likes them integrate into their training plan and meal plan differently. But I used also like a big variety of products, and it also depended on when and where I was supposed to race. I brought in Biotone not from the first week of training, but somewhere in the middle where the training got really hard, and also the rest that Sami mentioned. I think I can only add Acidophilus Plus to that list.
Yes, which Sami takes as well, because I know it. He told me once.
So it is a lot, and but the good thing is that it's a food supplement. We can't eat more of that like amount of food in order to get all those nutrients that we need. So therefore, it comes really handy to have them in concentrated formula.
And you felt? How do you feel? Did you feel the benefits from the use of products?
Well, the result speaks from themselves. It's
sure.
Every day when you're in the grind, it's hard to say like, oh, I'm feeling so much better today because I took omega-3 yesterday. But if you look back and you see you've been constantly, like continuously training well, and you reap the results at the end of your training cycle, you know you've done something right, and that has been the nutrition has been a vital part of the training.
Right. Nicolina, what about you?
Yeah, I also use a lot of products. NeoLife shake I used to take after my trainings, and sometimes in the morning I mix it with fruits and nuts as some kind of a mid-meal between breakfast and lunch. And then I used to take 2 NeoLife shakes before the day before my races, and in the morning before the race I take usually 1, and after the race for the recovery. And then also I take Sport Biotone, omega-3, Formula 4, vitamin D, vitamin C, then magnesium complex, calcium, magnesium plus vitamin D, a lot of products, that are good both for health generally and for sport performances.
Especially for recovery, to be consistent.
Yes, especially for recovery. That's a part of an athlete's lifestyle.
Yeah, it's very good, very important part. So you've already said something about Well, one question I'm asked a lot from our distributors is, when should I take the NeoLife shake? Before or after training? So that's a question I've been asked a lot. So you've already said something, but I want to kind of summarize what you're saying. Starting from Ayrton, when do you take it? Ayrton,
And normally I take it normally in the morning, because normally when I'm focused, I'm not hungry, and this is a nice help for me. But I take it every day after training, but during the weekend race, I take it before and after.
Okay. Marco, what about you? You've already said it.
Mainly after. I could take it before if the training session was going to be at lower intensity. In higher intensity, I was not able to digest it while training. So I quickly took that out. But if I would go out for a long training session, I could take it before, but for sure in 30-minute window after the training.
Okay, to replenish the body with the nutrients it needs to.
Exactly. To straight away, you have that 30-minute window that gives you faster recovery rate if you replenish the nutrients you used in training during that time.
Yeah, and it's also good. Well, as you can see, you can take. I'm talking to the distributors right now. You can take it before or and after the training based on your actual body needs. If you take it before, you take it just to have sustained energy. While if you take it right after, you are going to replenish the body with the right nutrients, including especially protein, and not only protein. So Sami, you've already said when you do take it. Can just recap?
For sure, as I told. So for the first shake I had in the morning to get enough energy for the trainings or for the race.
Let's make an example with 2 shakes a day. Okay, let's do it. No.
And on the racing days.
Okay.
Then always 1 hour before the race, I had a shake, just to have the sustained energy level during the whole race. And also because the protein is quite slow to absorb from stomach or from our digestive system. So then directly after the race, I already had some recovery parts to absorb from the digestive system. But yeah, mostly after the trainings, but before the race, 1 hour, and directly after the race.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sami. And Nicolina, I know you do the same. You take it before and after.
Yeah, for race day, I take it usually 1 hour before the race and then after the race. And in everyday life, I used to take it after my trainings and sometimes in the morning, as I already said, mixed with some fruits and.
Which is a good option and a good choice.
Yeah.
And which flavor do you like? What's your favorite flavor?
I like all the flavors, but still my favorite is chocolate.
Okay, I know that Sami doesn't agree with that. Sami?
No, I don't agree with Nicolina, but creamy vanilla, that's my favorite.
Okay, so 1-1. Let's listen to Marco. What's your favorite flavor, Marco?
Yeah, 1 for the chocolate.
Okay, so 2 chocolate, 1 vanilla. Is there anyone for berry and cream? Ayrton.
I change everybody and they say berries.
Okay, great. So, by the way, chocolate wins. So, as you can, well, now one day, as we said, one day you met NeoLife. And can you share with us 3 words you thinking about your life before NeoLife, and 3 words thinking about your life after you met NeoLife? So who wants to start? Marco. I decide.
I was always searching, I was always trying, and I was always doubting. Because first of all, the effect of different products, you never know the effect. Then the quality of different products, you never know. And you never know where they're produced if they're not produced in safe, sort of doping safe environment or not. And after I found them, it was a peace of mind, and I quit searching. I used something since 2008 and 9. I had a simple pattern that I used. I changed up within NeoLife.
Okay. So, ni Ayrton?
For me, it's easy. Before use that program, before start with you was simply normal, no? And then was better, safe, and healthy because.
Okay, so one word for your life before NeoLife.
Okay. Before was simply normal.
3 words after. Great.
Easy because everything was normal. Nothing because if you don't try, you can't understand. No. When you try, you understand that it's better, safe, and healthy.
Sure. Sami.
Well, before NeoLife, I was also living a normal life. I was quite unaware about what could be on my life, but still I was quite ambitious. And afterwards, when I get used to know these products, I can say that I felt more healthy, more energetic, and because of this chance or these people inside this NeoLife family, they truly taught me to be open-minded.
This is one thing we're going to talk about a little bit later. Nicolina, what about your 3 words before and 3 words after NeoLife?
Okay, I'll be short. 3 words before NeoLife: tired, sleepy, and inconsistent. And after NeoLife, healthy, happy, and full of energy.
Great. That's great. Well, just by listening to your 3 words before and after, I would choose NeoLife if I weren't already part of NeoLife, the NeoLife family. So, we are living a very weird period, especially last year, but we're keeping on living this pandemic. So I'm curious, and I would like to know, how did you spend your time during this last year, during the pandemic? Sami, can you tell me something about it?
For sure. I was still having quite normal family life. We are having 3 wonderful kids with my wife, and they are at the age of 9, 5, and 2 at the moment. And of course, they need a lot of time from us parents. So we spend normal life, doing normal family things.
That's a good thing. Well, it's the only good thing that COVID brought us, actually. Let's spend most of more time with our families. Have you changed anything in your routine, in the products? Have you focused more on products that are especially designed to support our immune system during this period?
For sure. As I already told before, so carotenoid complex, which boosts our immune system, I'm more awake not to forget it in the morning. And also omega-3 salmon oil is on my list to boost the immune system together with Calmac.
Great. Nicolina, what about you? How did you spend, which products have you been using during the pandemic?
I continue with using all the products that I use regularly when I have competitions. So it's nothing changed for me.
Great. So I know Marco would agree with this, but I have a different question for him, because I know he and Sami, they're no more competing as professional athletes. So I would like to know from Marco first, if he has changed something in his product routine.
Well, in the beginning, when I stopped racing, I thought, okay, now I can let a little bit more loose about my nutrition and recovery and all this. It took me half a year to understand that I can't really do that. So I need to pick it up again. Even though I do reduce the amount of products I take, or the amount of capsules I take, but I remain using the same things what I need.
Okay.
It's just I still need to perform, and as
Yes,
Sami said,
we all need to perform, even if we're not professional athletes.
exactly. Funny thing, my desire to perform hasn't gone down. I must have not reached my Olympic gold medal during sports, so I still need to get there as a coach. So that motivates me to be a high performer as a coach as well.
Yeah, great. And what about Sami? You're no more competing?
No, not anymore, unfortunately. That was a great period of life.
That happens. And which products, have you changed something in your routine, or you're taking the products as you did in the past?
Well, nowadays I'm not drinking that much shakes anymore, not the 5 shakes a day.
No, it would be too much if you're not training that hard.
Otherwise, I'm still having the same routines as I used to have as an athlete, just like Marco told, to perform. And nowadays I'm working quite much in the television during the winter time, and the days, they are quite long. We cannot always decide when we have the time to eat. So then just to maintain the energy level and to not to speak wrong things when we lose our energy levels. So I always have these products in my backpack: NeoLife shake and NeoLife bars.
NeoLife bar, great. So a question for all of you, and I will start with Ayrton. I just would like you to rate the importance of good nutrition for sports.
Really, really important. You can spend a lot of time to train, a lot of time to image the race, but if you don't eat well and you take the supplement, you can do nothing. It's the same important nutrition, and the training is the same. They work together, not separated.
What do you think, Nicolina? Is Ayrton right?
Yeah, he is. I think I agree with him. Yeah, the good nutrition is a very important part of everyone's life, and even more special for all the athletes, as in the sport we use up a lot of energy, a lot of vitamins and minerals, and it is very important to have a good and healthy balanced meals.
Good. Marco?
Absolutely. Agree then, and I'm agreeing now. Usually when we talk about Ironman, you see it's swim, bike, and run, and then they say there's a fourth discipline, and that's nutrition. It takes 8+ hours, so you cannot really eat up all that energy. Your stomach needs to digest very, very well. In simple words, it needs to digest nails if need to, and it needs to be healthy. Therefore, good nutrition every day adds to that, and you need to do that. Otherwise, you'll sort of fade out at 6 hours, around that. You can fake it to 6 hours. After that,
so you say good nutrition in terms of diet, including supplementation, because
yes, absolutely.
What the diet bring us is not enough, especially when you perform at a top level.
And supplements are not also enough if you don't eat well. Yes, you
have to eat well.
You can eat McDonald's and then go and have some shakes on top, and then it equals out. No, it doesn't. You gotta have a good meal plus supplements.
Marco, this sounds a bit obvious, but it's not obvious for a lot of people. No. Because I've seen people taking, I don't know, sometimes, well, I don't like to talk about medications, but I have seen people taking the pill to lower the blood cholesterol levels, and then eat a bunch of rubbish, increasing the blood cholesterol levels. Since I'm taking the pill, I can eat them properly, but it's not that way, even with supplementation. I totally agree with that. No. And Sami, you rate the importance of nutrition, good nutrition, and good diet for sports?
For sure, as we already heard, it has a huge impact. Every one of us can do the trainings, but those who will recover from the trainings, they will take the medals. For example, for season 2013-14, I really paid focus for nutrition. And as we already heard, it gave quite good results from Sochi. Normally I used to eat 5 times a day, but for this season I changed the digestive thing to have 6 meals a day, plus the nutritional extras from NeoLife. Development in sports only happens on a positive energy balance. And this is what I was trying or aiming for with this change in the nutrition. And I truly had this positive balance. And at the same time, even if my body was quite tight, my fat percentage was quite low. Still, I lost some kilos of weight, but did not lose any ability to do the trainings because I had quite much everything in balance in my body with the nutrition.
Yeah, so it's not.
NeoLife was a big part of this project that it went well, because I have also.
So it's not only about calories you take, of course, you need to perform, but it's also a great matter is the nutrients you need, not only the calories, but then for energy, but the nutrients to produce energy, all micronutrients, phytonutrients, and macronutrients as well. So supplementation is essential.
We cannot eat that much we need when we do the endurance training from food.
So supplementation is essential.
That's essential for sure.
And I believe you, Nicolina, and Ayrton as well. You've already said something about that. So supplementation is definitely essential. So we've been talking about a little bit about the importance of recovery. So I know recovery is probably the most important part in an athletic lifestyle. So Marco, can you share with us about the importance of nutrition for recovery, the importance of recovery in general?
Well, everybody, in sport, there's a saying of coaching, anybody can make other person tired. It's either you or your coach, or it's not a problem to train. The normal, the hard part is to recover or take that rest. And if you don't take that rest, or you do not, in your everyday life, if you don't devote time to your recovery, you will be burned out, injured, or worse, you will not be able to do sports at high level in continuous manner. It's just human body can take a lot of beating, but at one point, if you don't treat it well, it will give up. So recovery, absolutely very important. It is as important as training. And the athletes who take it so seriously will get somewhere. If you don't take it seriously, like let's say I'm going to train hard, but then I'm going to go to the shopping center to wander around the shops, that's not really going to help you perform on a race day. You need to train hard, then you need to eat, and then you need to sleep, and then you need to repeat it. It's a long process, and for shopping, as a recovery time after racing season.
Ayrton, anything to add to what Marco said?
I'm a rider. No, it's too simple. It's too easy. The example is start the race with not the fuel tank full. It's the same. No, for me, recovery is the most important thing, because you have to start with the full energy for spend during the race. It's the same to start with the bike with no fuel tank full. It's the same.
Okay, great. And Sami, anything to add?
Well, as an endurance athlete, I know that we used to push our bodies to the limit, and sometimes it was also needed to push the bodies over the limit to get some, or to get the maximum out of our bodies. But then when you push your body out of the normal level, so then the recovery is the thing that you truly need to pay focus for. For example, I did the long trainings, 5-hour trainings. And with the bad recovery, the next day would have been a day with injury or with sickness. But with the good recovery, with the nutrition, with sleep, like Marco told, it's not to wander around the shopping center. It's just to focus on what you are doing. Every decision you are making has some kind of impact on your result. So I truly know what Marco was telling us, that it's in your mind. What will you pay focus for? Is it that you will make the result, or you think that you are making the best out of yourself and hope that you will make the result? Just to decide.
Yeah. So thank you. We've seen how important is nutrition for sports and how important it is to use the right supplements. And these 4 athletes chose our supplements because they are based in nature and backed by science. That's the reason why they chose the supplements. They are whole food based and they experienced the benefits from the supplements. So that's why they're still keeping on taking the supplements. I would like to change a little bit to follow a slightly different path in this interview. Because, we've seen how critical nutrition is for an athletic lifestyle. But what I really admire in athletes like you is your mindset. And you've been showing a little bit of that at the beginning in this first part of the interview. And I would like to discuss, about this mentality that everybody should have, not just athletes. I would like to discuss this topic because I'm sure you will give us precious advices to help us live a happier life. I'm really sure. And I would like to start with the importance of being motivated, the motivation. So Ayrton, I want to start with you. Where do you find your motivation? Where, in order to wake up every morning and go and train every morning, even if you don't feel like training, sometimes it happens. Where do you find your motivation?
This is the most difficult part of the athletic life, no? Of our. I think every day when I get up, I imagine my life during the race. I made the win. I made the battle of the last lap. I made the sensation that I will feel if I win or if I try to win and I fight to win. And I feel something inside me that growing up. And this is my example of motivation. I every day imagine that situation and I work hard for be ready for that moment.
Great. Nicolina, what about you? Your motivation, where do you find your motivation?
Running is my motivation itself. It's my world of happiness, of joy and relax. And I can find from a day to day even more and more motivation to go outside for a run. And it never becomes boring or difficult for me. I used to run before my work in the morning, then I go to the office and then I have a second run in the afternoon after the work. And somebody asked me how can I go for a run after the whole day at work, but I used to say that it's my kind of relax and joy. It's not difficult for me.
So I mean, what am I understanding is that passion and love with what you're doing is the answer, is the real answer. You have to be passionate with everything you do. Right. Yeah. So Sami, I have a question for you because I know you're a big champion. We all know it. And some of us also know that you're a great speaker and a great motivator. So that's why, and I've watched, and it was very, very impressive, your session at the Northern European Convention a few years ago, where you spoke a little bit about the 1% extra concept. Can you share it briefly with us?
Well, briefly, I will not take this half an hour as last time.
Take your time.
Well, in top sport, every 10th of a second is important. the differences between the athletes are small, and by making things even 1% better can have a huge impact on the result. Let's take an example from my previous competition life. My favorite discipline or distance was 15-kilometer classic individual start. And this 1% at this 15 kilometers is approximately 21 seconds. So it sounds huge in sports. In normal life, this 1% is not much. It's just €1 from 100 euros. You can lose it every day, and somehow you can, or probably you will not even notice that you have lost 365 euros a year. You can buy a newspaper every day, which you throw in a trash bin after you've been reading it. And that's it. That's 1%.
Oh, great.
But yeah.
But no, that's great. And this is kind of invitation to everybody to do 1% extra every day. Our life will change, even if we're not a professional athlete like Sami. Sami, you know, you are, well, can you tell us about the importance of having a good team to work with? And sometimes, you know, even if you have a good team, sometimes negative people just like pop into your life and stay around you. Is there any solution to that?
Well, for a team,
yeah,
we all need a team to support us. I'm happy to say that I was a part of the most professional athletes team in Finland for more than 15 years, this cross-country national team. And in this team, we had several specialists to help us athletes to push ourselves to the limit, as I told before. Also, these other athletes, we were not just competitive against each other, but we also helped each other to find the limits, to give power, to search our limits, and also to be an example, to make or to do the things at the best way. I can say that quite many athletes, they are living in some kind of a bubble, that they think that they are doing the things at their best or at the best way, but it's only just that they're thinking on their mind, they are making the things at the best way. Well, the power of the good team is huge. From early in the morning and late in the evening, in this my perfect team, I had the chance to call the specialist if I had some problems, and also all the people inside NeoLife should have a team around them. If you have something to worry, you can call somebody. If he will not be able to help you, probably he knows somebody who can help you. And that was one reason I could make great results. And also I had these negative people sometimes around me. And as an athlete, I was not happy to say for these negative people that I don't need you around me, so please go. But I was privileged to do that. Now as an entrepreneur, it's not that simple anymore, unfortunately. If I have some negative people around me, it really needs a good time to speak with these people and try to change their set of mind.
And if they don't change, well, you
then
let
they
them go.
Probably are not needed in the team.
Yeah, you let them go. That's a good input from your side, because it's our daily life. It's our distributor's daily life. So it's not sports life, athletic life, but it's the NeoLife life, the real distributor's life. So I want to ask Ayrton about, I know you own a gym. So, and I know there's a lot of also, well, there's negative people everywhere, people that do believe in products, they don't believe, sometimes some people that do not believe in products, and they do not look for quality in the product. Sometimes you may find people, which way, well, how do you promote our products in your gym?
Yeah, with the person that training hard, it's easy because they understand, they believe in the supplement, in the nutrition, and it's easy to ask to them to try a new product like NeoLife, and when they try, they love it.
And they understand the quality of the product.
Yeah, the difficult is with the person that they never use nothing, and they don't believe that the importance of the nutrition and the supplement. It's really, really difficult because they don't understand the importance of the good quality product that we have with NeoLife. And I try every day and I push really, really hard, and somebody try and then love it. And this is what I love about the product, because I'm sure that when the new person start with use NeoLife, I'm sure that the result will be shortly ready.
Yes. So your job is to keep on talking to people, explaining them the importance of having quality products.
Because I see a lot of persons that they training hard, they try to training hard, but they don't eat well and they don't take a good nutrition and then good supplement. And when I push every day, because I'm sure that with you and with us, they will be better.
Yes, we all together will give our big contribution in making the world a healthier and happier place. And so, and also we have also to thank you for that, to thank all of our distributors and you. I have a question, very short answer. Do you share the products with your family? So since Marco, let's start with Marco. Or
yeah, we do use home care products here every single day. Yeah, absolutely. Super 10 and LDC. I need to get those letters right. those can go wrong way around and it doesn't sound well then. But yes, home care is a very high regard. Yeah, we also had 3 kids, a little older than Sammy's, but 3 kids, they leave a mess.
I know. So Nicolina.
Yeah, I have to say that I have a twin sister, and she uses also some NeoLife supplements and integrators, as she's doing rowing and triathlon. She's doing also long triathlon. And so Marco, perhaps you could be her coach someday. And she's a national champion in rowing already last 5 years. And she's also very fast in a triathlon. But
rowing is very tough. Rowing is very tough.
It is. And she uses also mostly the same products as me. Sometimes she takes herself some other things, but
okay. Ayrton?
We use the NeoLife shake just when we have no time to eat, because it's the easy way to feel well and don't spend time in the different way to eat. But we use a lot of product and every day we change. Fortunately, my child, my son is 2 years ago, and it's too early to start.
Yes, and then it's about to, well, just a few seconds to wait for more. Sami, what about you sharing the products with your family?
For sure. My wife is taking the vitamins as well as I am taking. Well, not that much, but still having some every day. And my sons, they love to eat the NeoLife bars. We always have those in the car or when we are going out to the forest as a snack. Well, all you who have children or have seen children, so when they are hungry, they are angry. And this is no.
Yeah. So let's just share with us your future projects, if you have any future projects. I'm sure you have. Sami.
Well, at the moment, I'm studying to be a professional coach, and maybe someday I will make like a career as a national team coach also. We'll see.
Good luck for that. Marco?
Yes, I'm following the same kind of path that Sami is talking about. I've been coaching since I stopped triathlon for about 4 years now. and I'm trying to get the experience at every level. So I have kids, youth, professionals, and age groupers. So it's a full day going on. So everything between, just to know and get more experience dealing with people.
Okay, Nicolina, your future project.
As the future is still very uncertain and there are no races, no competitions, I don't have some plans, but I would like to defend the title for a World Championship ultramarathon for the next World Championship, but I don't know when it will be. Maybe next year. Then I would like to improve my results in marathon, to run some faster results and to qualify for the Olympics. But for Tokyo, is everything still very uncertain, and there are no races where you can run qualifications. And then for Paris, maybe in 2024. And also I would like to return back to my favorite race in Italy, that is 100K of Passatore, and that is my favorite race and one of the most beautiful and most difficult ultramarathons in the world.
So you're the current champion, and you won it 5 times in a row. 100K.
Yeah, 5 times in a row, yeah.
That's incredible. Ayrton, your future projects.
My future project is the same from last year, because COVID stopped everything. But I hope just to start again with the season. I hope to try to win again, to be again a champion, and I hope to growing up in my new gym. This is
Great. You're going to compete shortly.
Yeah.
In Superbike. Can we say that?
Sorry?
It was a secret. It was a secret that you're going to compete in April. You will start the season in Superbike.
Yeah. Sure. No, yeah, that's it. But
you can say that. Okay.
Yeah.
So one advice you would give to a young person that wants to become a professional athlete. One quick advice. Nicolina.
Firstly, I would like to advise young people to do the sport only by heart. It should be your passion and your love and your choice, and not the choice of your parents and not the pressure of your coach. And the second thing, I would like to underline the importance of good nutrition and supplementation. And as it helps to keep your body in a good and healthy shape, and it helps for a good recovery. And at the same time, this way it's possible to avoid the injuries, as every injury is a step back, actually many steps back, and it is needed a great mental force to return back to normal road. So
thank you, Sami. Your advice?
Well, as Nicolina told us, nutrition and supplementation is a critical part of a result, as critical as training is. By paying attention to these all small and big things or choices in your daily life, you make sure you will do the result, not only dream about it.
Good. Marco?
Yeah, decide what is your path and start doing. You got to start somewhere. The things will follow. The same with motivation. If you don't have a motivation, start doing it, and then you'll find it.
That's good. That's a good point. Ayrton.
You have to have the concentration. Don't leave nothing to the case, and then it's important to take it easy. Believe in you, and stay everyday happiness, because the future will be better every time.
So guys, I thank you very much for your time and your availability. I'm sure that everyone here tonight, just by listening to your stories, valuable stories and precious advices, just got inspired. And they're all ready to make a difference in their life with NeoLife. I have one last request for you. A quick closing message in your mother tongue. And let's start with the Estonian, Marco.
õhtust, aitäh kõigile, et kuulasite meid täna siin. Ja kui on küsimusi, alati saate ka minu poole pöörduda.
Which means?
Which means thank you all for participating. And if you do have questions, please don't hesitate.
Okay, great. Thank you, Marko. Nicolina.
Veliko hvala cijelom NeoLife timu na svoj podršci koju mi pružate i zaista što sam sretna što sam dio ove predivne zajednice. So, thank you to all the members of NeoLife team and for all your support. I'm really happy and proud to be the part of this great team.
Great. Sami.
Kiitos osallistumisesta. Pitäkää huolta itsestänne ja toisistanne. Thank you for participating. Take care of yourselves and people around you.
And let's close with Ayrton.
Grazie a tutti, grazie NeoLife e l'importante è non smettere mai di credere in se stessi perché il meglio deve sempre ancora venire. Thanks to everybody, thanks to NeoLife and never stop believing in you because the better will be better.
So thank you very much, guys, for this enriching time together tonight. I personally thank you for your kindness with me and with NeoLife in general. And thank you for your ability to share precious information with all of us tonight. We can all change our lives for the better thanks to these 4 fantastic athletes we are proud to have in the NeoLife team. So thank you again, Nicolina. Thank you, Sami. Thank you, Marko. And thank you, Ayrton. And I hope to, well, I'm really look forward to meeting you again soon, hopefully in person. And thanks everybody for being here with us, and good night. Ciao.
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 Ciao, moi moi.